I ever tell you the story how I almost died in Vegas, chat? No. All right, quick little story time. Quick little story time. All right, so this is 2 years ago, 2023, right? My boy Dre, he proposed to his girl. You know, they doing the whole thing. He's like, hey, we having a bachelor party out in Vegas. I'm like, hey, say it less. I'm in there. Now, I wasn't actually a bachelor. You feel me? I called it like a JV bachelor. You know, like I was there doing all the bachelor type stuff, but I wasn't technically a bachelor. So, you know, they all lived in Cali. They all like drove out and everything. I'm in Jersey. I fly out. So my flight is at like midnight, right? Like literally leaving that flight departs at midnight and gets into Vegas. I think at like I think my flight left at 10:30. Flight left at around like 10:30. Got into Vegas at midnight, Vegas time, mind you. Their time zones, Jersey to Vegas. So get to the airport, right? Going through not really going through security. I have clear, so I'm going through the clear line. Do the little thing, the little scan, boom, beep beep beep. They're like, yo, we're actually gonna have to like check your ID. So the thing with Clear is you don't like get your ID check, right? You're already verified and everything, so you just go through. So I'm like, fuck, bro, why like he holding me up in line and shit? Mind you, I'm to the airport early for like the first time in my life, one of the few times in my life. So I go reach in my pocket for my driver's license, right? Take my wallet out, open it up. I look at him, I'm like, yo, my driver's license ain't in here, gang. Like, driver's license not in here. What's good? What's happening? So then I'm like, oh fuck, this is bad. Mind you, I live 15 minutes from the airport. So call my brother, like, hey bro, I don't got my driver's license in my wallet right now. Like, I need to bring my passport. So he bring the passport over, right? All right, boom, get the passport. So that's like that would have been bad, chat. Because mind you, going to Vegas, everywhere IDs, I would have been fucked. Like I literally would have been in there, not able to get into no clubs, no anything, because I don't have my ID. So get to the airport or whatever, get to the terminal, sitting there, and the flight starts getting delayed, right? So it gets delayed like 15 minutes, then 20 minutes, then 30 minutes, then 40 minutes. So I'm sitting there like, shit, bro, I'm literally gonna get it there, and it's gonna be like 4 a.m. Everything's gonna be closed. Luckily, like soon after the flight, it what's it called? Take like we board the plane and everything, flight takes off. So I'm in the air. I'm like, wait, hold up. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm gonna need some everyone turning up down at the club, right? You feel me? Because we were at Dre's. So everyone turning up there. So I'm like, shit, I gotta catch up low key. So I'm in the sky. I'm like, hey, flight attendant, let me get a couple of little shots, you feel me? So I take a few shots on the plane and then finally land in Vegas, right? Land in Vegas, it's 12:15. I think it's like 12:15. So I literally called the Uber, set the Uber to go to the Airbnb back to Dre's. I tell the Uber, yo, stay right here. I'm gonna be in there for 5 seconds. Literally run up to the front door, take the pants I had on off, throw the pants I was gonna put on, and head right back out the door. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all either. I tried locking the door. I couldn't lock it though. Like the lock wasn't working. So I was like, hey, fuck it, man. Hopefully no one robbed this whole shit. Like if they did, everyone would have been sick of me. That would have been my fault. I would have been like, hey, that's on me, gang. That's on me. They would have been sick. So then, I finally get to the club, everything like that. We do club like activities. I go, we don't gotta get into full depth of what that is, but we do club like activities. Just know that. Yeah, I don't walk into the Airbnb till 6:30 the next morning. Like sun is starting to rise. I'm sitting there like, oh my god, bro, I feel like a degenerate right now. Like, hangover type of night, chat. Hangover type of night. If y'all done seen that movie, so that's not even the worst of it, right? That's just night one. The next morning, we wake up. We had an ATV reservation at 10 a.m. So 10 a.m. we have an ATV reservation. Mind you, I ain't get back to the Airbnb till 6:30. So I'm sitting here like, fuck, bro, my head rocking right now. I am not hydrated whatsoever. I'm a little out of it too, a little sleep deprived. So I'm like, hey, fuck it, hey, we gonna drink a couple bottles of water, try and shake back. You feel me? So boom, grab a bottle, water. All right, let's go. Look at myself in the mirror. I'm like, hey, honey, come on, you got this, gang. You got this. So then We finally drive out to the ATV spot, right? Middle of the desert, middle of nowhere. We get there. They're trying to tell us stuff about, like, you know, the ATVs, how to start it, stop it. I'm like, bro, you just do the little knob, vroom, vroom. Like, you'll be straight. You'll be straight. You feel me? Like, it can't be that complicated. I'm trying to figure out how am I going to get my camera, like, with me so that way I could, like, you know, vlog the whole shit. It's cooked, right? There's no compartments to put anything in. There's no, like, cup holder or nothing. So I'm like, fuck, we just got to damn near leave the camera in the whip. So put the camera in the whip. All right, you know, it's cool. It's whatever. So then we finally start driving, right? So we start driving. We get to like this one little part and, you know, just cuts off. ATV cuts off. So I'm sitting there like, ah, shit, bro. Like, I think I might have stalled it because they were saying something about do this, don't do this, you're going to stall it. I was like, hey, fuck that, you know, but nah, I think I did that. So I'm thinking in my head, all right, just don't do that again. I'll be straight. Turn the ATV back on. All right, we good. Start driving off. So then we get to a different part, right? And the way it was, chat, it wasn't like no just flat surface. It's like damn near just a bunch of like little ass mountains, like up and down, up and down. You can't really see shit once you go up a mountain, right? Like you'll go up the little hill, you can't see the other side. So you got to kind of keep a little distance so you don't like crash into somebody. So so like we stopped, take a bunch of pictures and everything. And while we're doing that, you know, turn the ATV off. So I turn my ATV off, conserve gas and everything. So then we start going up again. Now I'm second to last in this little line, right? I think there was like 7 or 8 of us. I'm second to last in the line. We have a little bit of like space between us. So the first people drive off, second drive off, third drive off, all like, you know, up until me, right? So I started to drive. Hooked. ATV not turning on, chat. So I'm sitting there like, fuck, bro, like this shit frying me. Mind you, I'm hot, hungover. So my boy Z, he's the one behind me. So Z's like, yo, Hunt, you good? I'm like, no, bro, my shit not turning on. So he tried turning it on, cook, not turning on. But they did give us these little wristbands, chat. They give us these little wristbands so that way we could call like the people that work there if we got stuck, so that way they can come retrieve us. Now they did say there was like a $250 retrieval fee, so I wasn't trying to pay that, but I was like, all right, bro, I think the ATV cooked, so like we just gonna have to argue about that. But get me the fuck out of here. So I'm like, all right, I'm just calling the hotline. Boom, reach my phone in my pocket. Chat, my phone not in my pocket. Phone not in the pocket, chat. I'm sitting there like, oh fuck, bro. How did I sell this? Like, I have no phone right now. Middle of the desert, ATV don't work. Chat, I'm fucked. So, whole time, I'm sitting there like, shit. Like, I probably wore the worst possible shorts I owned for that situation. But then I go to call Z's like, I'm like, Z, I don't got my phone. Like, I don't know what, bro. So he gives me his phone. I go to call, no service. Middle of the desert. So then at that point, I'm like, all right, bro, like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Like, we just gonna sit here. Finally, we get it turned on. Finally, we get the shit turned on. And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick, bro. I don't want to have no more fun. I gotta buy a new, at this point, I'm like, I gotta buy a new phone. ATV don't work. I don't know if I'm gonna drive back. You know, already hungover. So I'm like, fuck it, bro. Fuck it. Like, I'm going back to the start. So we start driving back. He's like, all right, you know what, Hunt? Like, I'll drive with you back to the start. But mind you, it's not too many places a phone could be, right? Like, it had to be somewhere on the path. So as I'm driving back, this was 2 years ago, DJ. As I'm driving back, I'm sitting there thinking like, all right, you know what? Hold up. I think we might have came from that way because they look kind of familiar. So boom, make a turn. Then I'm like, hey, low-key, I think I might have come from that way because I kind of remember like seeing that little couple rocks there or something like that. Boom, make another turn. I got CTE, chat, so I don't know why I'm thinking to myself, like, I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I obviously don't. So, yeah, I turn a few times, right? Like, we're turn. Next thing I know, I look up. I'm like, oh, fuck. Where's he at? So I'm like, Z! Hey, Z! Nothing. By myself, dolo, in the desert, chat. So, I'm sitting there like, fuck, man, fuck. But I do see like the area where we came from. So I know how to get back to the starting point. So I'm driving back, right, chat? I'm like, all right, you know, don't see the phone. Fuck, it is what it is, you know. Hopefully maybe we play blackjack. Hopefully we win that shit. So I get to like this one part where it's like a hill. Little hill going up, right? I get like 75, 80% of the way up the hill, chat. Shit cuts off 75% of the way up the hill, chat. I am right here at the top. That shit cut off. So I start rolling back, right? I'm like, oh shit. The ATV hits a rock. It flips all the way back, chat. I flip on my back, like ATV all the way on top of me. Neck like getting crunched into the ground. Back all cut up from the desert like rocks and shit like that. Luckily, the ATV flips back on its like wheels, right? So the shit flipped back on the wheels. So I'm sitting there like, take the helmet off. I'm like, fuck. Like, I am fucked. So I'm like, all right, try to turn the ATV back on. Cook. Shit not turning on. So I'm like, all right, well, holy shit, what do I do? So I hear some people on the left side of me. I hear them driving. So I'm like, yo, over here, over here. They can't hear me. It's Cook. I hear two ATVs on the right side. Yo, over here, over here. Cook can't hear me. So now I'm sitting here like, all right, well, the ATV Cook. It's 115 degrees outside. I'm dehydrated. I'm hungover. I'm like, yo, if no one like arrives, I'm fucked, chat. It's over with. I'm dead, like done for. So I'm like, shit, what do I do? What do I do? Fuck it. I gotta walk, man. So I can see where the base is. Now that shit far off in the distance, but I'm like, all right, if I stay here and don't no one come, I'm cooked. If I walk back, I can make my way back. I feel like I'll be straight. So I'm walking, and like it just through the desert, right? Like we're stumbling up and down like different sand dunes and shit like that. It's like all rocky and everything. Lips is dry as hell. Lost my Blistex 2 out my pocket. So no phone, no Blistex. Just walking through the desert, chat, like dolo, nothing, no music, no nothing. Just right, left, right, left, right, left. So then I'm like, all right, what do I do? What do I do? Boom, keep walking. So I walked for about 45 minutes, chat. Like a smooth 45 minutes. And finally, I come up on this like little tent. It's actually two tents. I come up on two tents. So I see the one to the left, one to the right. I see the one to the left. They had a pickup truck and an American flag. And they were white. The one to the right, oh, there was some niggas. So I was like, let me go over here. You feel me? I'm going to the brothers. You feel me? Brothers and sisters. I ain't doing that. I ain't going to the pickup truck with the American flag on the back. You know, might have been a little Confederate flag too. I don't remember. But yeah, that shit have said MAGA. Ooh, I would have been cooked in that desert. But so anyways, finally get to them, explain to them what happened, right? I'm like, they're like, oh my God, baby, what happened? What are you good? I was like, yo, I'm fucked up right now. Tell them the whole story. So I'm sitting there, they just give me a bottle of water, you know, I'm sitting there thinking like, my God, how did I end up in this situation, man? Like, I feel like there's some shit that don't really happen to me, but like, when shit happened to me, chat, shit happened to me. Like, happens to me. But yeah, so then finally, like 30 minutes later, I hear, I hear a, yo, Hunt. I'm like, Z? Oh shit. He like, Hunt, what happened? My, he from Florida too, chat. So you know how their voices be. He like, is it Hunt? What happened? I'm like, hey, bro, like, tell him the whole story. He like, yo, you'll never believe it. I'm like, what? He like, I found your phone, bro. I'm like, yo, how the fuck you find this phone? How did you find this phone right now? So get the phone, right? Get on the phone with the people. I'm sitting there like, hey, bro, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all ATV fucked up. Like, this shit had me fucked up. Yeah, like I need y'all. Like, I'm not doing this retrieval fee. I need y'all to go get that shit. Like, we deal with that later. So we're going back and forth for like 30 minutes. Hey, that Blistex was cooked, DJ. My list was chat for the next like 3 hours. So they come, they do the, you know, we argue for about 30 minutes. Finally, they're like, all right, we'll drive out there. If the ATV don't work and we get it, then you're cool. If it worked, you got to pay the $250. So finally they get to me And they're like, all right, I gotta leave. Like, they're like, all right, we're like, direct us to it. So I'm sitting there like, oh shit, I wasn't even thinking about this because mind y'all, I got CTE. So I did not really know where that shit was for real. And so I'm telling them like, left here, right here, left here, right here. Finally, we get to it. Bro gets on it, turns it on. Finally turns on, right? Back to like smooth 3 minutes. So I'm sitting there like, all right, yeah, fuck nigga, that's what I thought. So then we start driving back. The shit cuts off again. He like goes, examines it, looks at the engine. So I'm like, yeah, that's what I thought. So then we finally get back. I'm like, yo, everything good? Like, so what's the deal? Like, what's good with it? And they're talking to me like, yeah, nah, like it was fucked up. That's our fault. Like, sorry about that. So I'm like, oh shit, sorry about that. Cool. You know, it is what it is. Whatever. So then I'm sitting there like, ah man, let's get out of here. Let's leave. I'm sick of this place. Fuck this. Like, fuck this. Fuck this. Fuck ATVing. Turns out, as my boy Z found my phone, he had the keys to the car in his pocket. Those fell out in the desert. So now we're stuck up there, trapped, and we gotta call an Uber. Chat, we were like an hour and a half away outside of, yeah, that might be dragging it. We were at least like 40 minutes outside of Vegas. So we had to wait we had to wait like 2 hours for that Uber to get there. So we're just sitting there, man, sick as hell. I'm all dusty and everything. My lips is chapped. Finally we get back to the crib, you know, I shower up, get some bevs, get some, you know, bunch of Gatorade, bunch of coconut water and everything. And, you know, I'm telling the story to everyone else that had left before that. And yeah, that was the story how he almost died in Vegas. Funny enough, I did go to because we had a section at Tao that night. So we did go to so we were like downstairs gambling, right? So I'm playing blackjack. I come up 1,500 that night. So I'm like, damn, yo, if I had lost my phone, I would have won that bread back right then and there. Although I don't know if I would have been betting if I was down, because I would have had to, you know, buy the new phone. But yeah, we won 1,500 that night. You know, had a good night. It was a fun trip overall. We somehow came out on top, chat. Like, it was looking real shaky for a second. We came out on top, which is what's important. Don't know how exactly, but yeah, that shit was definitely probably my craziest story. And the worst part, actually, low key, the worst part of it all, chat. MSJ, this is in Vegas. The worst part of it all, I lost that phone 2 weeks later in Montreal. I lost that phone 2 weeks later, chat. After everything we did to get that phone back, to survive in the desert, we lost that bit 2 weeks later. Like, that shit was tragic. But yeah, man. Yeah, that was our story of how we almost died in Vegas. Elite story, I would say.